Today, we're looking at a Microfreak modulation source that I've never used. Freebeat. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Freebeat, where I post new music-related content every single day, so if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Today's patron shout-out goes to Alex Thompson. Thank you so very much for the support. Let's get started. So, as you can see, today we've got the Microfreak on the desk here, and I'm going to do something that I've put off for, well, the year and a half that I've owned the Microfreak. I've explored quite a bit of the digital patch bay here in the upper left-hand corner of the Microfreak. However, there is an entire modulation source, one whole row here, that I have never used. I've completely ignored it. Frankly, because I didn't really know how it worked or what it meant, and I was always too afraid to ask, which seems kind of silly in retrospect, but I figured today I'd do a video about it, so if there's anyone else there who is afraid to ask what it does and, just doesn't want to be embarrassed, they can just watch this video and learn right alongside me. So the modulation source we're looking at today is the key/ARP row, the very bottom row of the Microfreak's digital patch bay. I just have an initialized preset on the Microfreak. And that's where we're going to be starting today because, well, it's easy to follow along. So let's go ahead and go to that key/ARP. What does that mean? Well, I believe it means that depending on how high or low we play on the keyboard, it'll send a different modulation value to whatever parameter we set as the destination. Now, of course, here on the Microfreak, we only have a 2-octave keyboard, but if you were to, say, plug this into an 88-key keyboard, I believe you could get very different sounds from playing like low C to high C. And I'm hoping the Microfreak's keyboard will do a good enough job demonstrating that today. So let's go ahead and set our first patch point here on the patch bay. Let's go and set key/ARP to the cutoff of the filter. And just, for the sake of demonstration, I'm going to max it out. Okay, so I can't really hear anything happening, so let's play with the cutoff itself here, the parameter. Okay, so I can kind of hear it more open up top. Yeah, and then close as we slide down the keyboard. Play with the resonance a bit too. If we turn it up, that might help us hear the actual filter cutoff moving as we play. Oh, definitely. Okay, so that's it. Go down an octave. Okay, so pitch bend does not affect it. It really only matters where you actually are physically on the keyboard. That's super cool, actually. Pretty expressive. Can you tell I've been playing Pokemon recently? Let's go ahead and modulate some more parameters with the key feature here. Let's modulate the wave knob here. Yeah. Go in, and I'm just going to set it to -100. Why not? So you can go positive or negative with all of the modulation points on the patch bay. Super cool. What does our wave knob actually do? I'm on the basic waves oscillator type right now, by the way. Okay. That's nice. Let's keep going. Let's mess with timbre now, and let's modulate it. I'm gonna go positive 100. And that's kind of the beauty of the Microfreak, just messing around with different sounds and coming up with something that, sounds pleasing to you. Okay, let's make our first drastic change here and pick a different oscillator type, but we're still going to keep these 3 modulations down here. I'm going to switch to a bandpass filter. Yeah, you can hear the difference a lot more pronounced there. Yeah, that's super neat. Awesome. Let's pick a different one now. Let's go to wavetable. Now, of course, this one's going to be kind of wonky because I believe the wave knob actually picks a different table every time. Yeah, so as we modulate that, the sound is going to change drastically and very abruptly. You can hear it starting to cycle through the different wave tables. Kind of a cool effect if you want something different. Let's move on to Harmo. There, you can hear that filter open up. Nice. Obviously, I'm not a keyboard player, and I'm just kind of messing around with the keys, sliding up and down like that, just to hear what's going on, which is the best way to learn on the Microfreak. Virtual analog, I hope this sounds cool. This is one of my favorite oscillator types. Yeah, it does. It sounds cool. Because one of these is detune, right? Yeah, the wave knob is detune. Let's actually set our voices to unison mode here. Yeah. I'm not a keyboard player, I'll say it again. So, of course, there's so many possibilities here. Let's see if we can find one more. Let's go to speech. That's actually really cool. Okay, so I want to do one more modulation, which is going to actually be several different little modulations. Let's go to the LFO as our source. We're going to go to Custom Assign 1, and I'm going to hold down that button and set that destination as the type knob, okay? Which cycles through our different oscillator types. I set the value to around -52. So now you'll notice when we hold down a key, there it goes. It starts cycling through the different oscillator types. Going to turn the release down there. But now what I want to do is actually set this modulation here as its own custom destination. So I'm going to hold Assign 2, then I'm going to use the knob to go to that point and click it in. So now Assign 2 is the amount that the LFO is modulating the type knob, okay? So now we're going to go to Assign 2, and we're going to set that to the keyboard modulation, right? So let's go ahead and crank that up. So now depending on where we are on the keyboard, it's going to tell the LFO where to, or how much to affect the type knob. And again, this is all basically trial and error, which is the Microfreak's forte, in my opinion. Okay, let's do one more thing. Let's set Custom Assign 3 to the LFO rate knob, which controls the speed of the LFO. And let's set that to the key press, or to the keyboard tracking. I believe that's what it's called as well. So let's go ahead and assign that. We'll go 59, sure. So now, depending on how high we go up the keyboard, it's also going to affect the rate of the LFO. Not gonna lie, that's a pretty useless modulation, but it sure is a lot of fun, and it just goes to show you the power in the digital patch bay of the Microfreak, and just what an overall fantastic synthesizer the Microfreak really is. Also, of course, I say it all the time, but I am still very much learning about synthesis, both subtractive, FM, well, all types of synthesis. So don't take what I made here as like, oh, that's all the Microfreak can do, because you can get some insane sounds out of this thing, and I highly recommend checking out some other creators' videos on the Microfreak if you haven't already. I just like to give people ideas and inspiration with which they can run with and apply their knowledge, which 9 times out of 10 is far deeper than mine. So I do hope you found this video informative or at least entertaining. If you did, be sure to leave a like on it. If not, you can always leave a dislike. That's okay too. Doesn't hurt my feelings, just makes me try that much harder next time. Either way, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Thank you all so very much for the support. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.